Have you ever tried French hypnosis? No? Do you even know what French hypnosis is? Also no? Well, it's hypnosis with a delightful, charming, exotic French accent and a tiny bit of ASMR. And please, in the name of Lafayette, the Statue of Liberty and Marinette Ladybug, please subscribe and share. So, if you are ready, make yourself comfortable. Don't forget to repeat this session every night, because hypnosis is like training, and the more you practice, the easier it will be to get into this state of relaxation called hypnosis. It's a state where the subconscious mind works in a different way. You become more receptive to changes, and also you start feeling good. You let go. It's a sort of ideal path to falling asleep. Make yourself comfortable. Get yourself into a position where you're going to enter this hypnotic state called trance. Then fall asleep. I would like you to really take the time to feel good in your own body. You can still move around to relax your shoulders or find a position which will cause less pain or feel more comfortable. Make sure you take the time to readjust those that you can remain in comfortable stillness. It does not matter if you still need to move around later on during this hypnosis. Simply allow yourself to be guided by my voice, just as if I was reading you a story, as if you were listening to a conversation in the background, softly, to a conversation you were interested in. And then let me guide you, step by step, towards this softness, this calm that brings on hypnosis. You absolutely don't need to make an effort. Everything is happening almost automatically. You just need to wait, to go with the flow. It doesn't matter when you will close your eyes to get into trance. It doesn't matter when your conscious mind will completely let go. You will no longer be aware of the words. However, you will subconsciously carry on taking everything in. And of course, letting go will be an extra step towards real sleep. The night sleep 5. You can hear background noises around you. My voice, of course, will go with you. It'll transform into anything around you. It will guide you step by step at your pace, following the same rhythm as you without ever getting ahead of you. And you can see that just simply lying here, just having this time to yourself, time away from action, away from frantic days, just some time to listen, time to receive those changes which will increasingly occur within you. All of this will be enough to begin to set up a kind of interiorization. These are the very first steps towards hypnosis. This means, of course, that your breath is becoming slower, more regular. but also because the feelings, whichever they may be, your body's feeling become more accurate. But of course, it depends on how focused your mind is on your inner self. If you concentrate on the feeling of the air touching your face, your hands, you will feel it more deeply, but it could also be a different feeling which may already be setting in. Maybe you're feeling heavy, comfortable, warm, numb. It doesn't matter. Those are the very first steps toward hypnosis, and nothing is urgent. It is simply to give yourself a calm, little momentum. Take a deep breath in, followed by a second one. There are so many things that are linked to breathing. Our calmness, our serenity. It's all about resting your body by letting your breathing slow down by itself. And while you are taking those 2 deep breaths, also while I'm talking to you, while your thoughts hang on and hang off, they are transforming, so to speak, or they find a new lease of life which may have been forgotten. As if in this reformation or deformation of the speech and the sense and the time and self-perception, perception of others, in this softer, slower rhythm, or maybe different as much in terms of depth as of perception. This manifestation, which is as subjective for me as it is for you, and also the bond that you may come across, regardless of the noises that go through us, regardless of the thoughts that hang on and then hang off, regardless of the time teaming up with the time, which also finds itself in a different perception, that of progression born within itself. It's not about focusing or over-focusing. You just need to observe your breath becoming slower and more regular. Just like this. Feel this fresh air that you are breathing in. This air spreading through your nostrils, then through your lungs like roots of calmness. There are no worries or thoughts in your breathing. It is always here for you. And if you focus your attention on it, you will notice it slowing down. And with your breathing, your body will become calmer. And with your body, your soul will become calmer too. And little by little, you will slide into a different state called trance, which is used in meditation, sophrology, and hypnosis. It is very simple, and little by little, your body is relaxing for you to enter this state of trance for another level, a little bit deeper, between being conscious and unconscious, a slow progression, almost like a stroll, step by step, as if you could gently stroll towards your own calmness, your own sleep. feelings are becoming more and more accurate. New feelings, of course. While your muscles are relaxing at their own pace and your inner self is getting lighter, lifted by the words, your body is getting heavier and your breathing is also getting progressively heavier. Your body is getting deeper into the trance at its very own pace, and the deeper it goes into the trance, the lighter your inner self is becoming, as if it could travel, sail a bit further, detaching or differentiating itself. Actually, it's not really differentiation, because the lighter your inner self is getting, the heavier your body, your arms, your legs, your breathing are becoming heavier. Heavily resting on this bed, on this mattress heavily resting on the bed anchored into the ground. And the more your thoughts are escaping into this contemplation, in this escape of your calm inner self, the deeper you are getting into a trance. So, this bed solidly anchored to the ground solidly anchored to the foundations of the house, all the block of flats you are in. Those foundations anchored to the town, and the town anchored to the earth, and the earth anchored to the solar system, and the solar system anchored to the universe, bathing into the stars' light. Those night stars shining a soft light on the dawn of your sleep, because it's a beginning and not an end, a slow progression. The universe is anchored to the time. The time is solidly anchored to you. Then you are anchoring yourself to the trance. You go deeper into trance. 3. This reminds me of a quote. People say that no man can be an island, that is a part of something whole, and that you can't actually separate from others, or at least you can't understand or perceive yourself outside of a group. However, as you are dreaming, and you are already dreaming more, it's interesting to note that very often you are not aware that you are dreaming. You think, are being, living. However, you are different. The word is different, and it doesn't bother you. As we are dreaming, we often think that we are still awake, but we are already asleep. Although it's paradoxical, it is the difference between being asleep and being awake. The feeling that you are an island separated from the rest of the world, or something attached to a much bigger world piece. But in this sleep, in its construction, in its development, in its manifestation, your eyelids are feeling heavy, of course, but also the heaviness of it all. This particular breathing, which makes you think, oh, they've fallen asleep. You can recognize someone who is falling asleep straight away, while the person falling asleep doesn't even realize they are falling asleep. Otherwise, they would try to stay awake. So in this sleep, in its reciprocity and not its opposite, in this perception of your heavy body, your heavy eyelids, in the woolly comfort of the sleep that is coming, in the pleasant numbness of not always knowing what we no longer knew, to hang on to unconscious sentences, but subconsciously to be aware that it is time to close your eyes and go to sleep, to sail a bit further away, not to disappear, but to merge into the calmness of the night, like a sort of renewal, as if you could be reborn again, each morning in a new life, and each night to put an end to something that perhaps has been going on for too long. So, in these breaks that you feel and live, which settle into a part of your life, and that we should treasure a lot more, you are getting deeper into trance. 2. Have your thoughts hang on and hang off, as your thoughts are formed and deformed, and even as it happens in hypnosis, you already know more than you knew what to do or what to be doing, to be nothing less than what you know how to do, or maybe already starting dreaming about sleep and sleeping in your dreams, as we are falling asleep now, as you are falling asleep now. 1. With your eyes closed, in case they were not already, enjoy this trance forming and developing inside you, this building ability inside you, this tree of calmness, its roots, this ability developing. Of course, your inner self is evading, and you are daydreaming. Of course, you are able to get absorbed into reading, watching a film, listening to music. But this time, it's about getting absorbed into a state of absorption, to be able to get carried away into yourself, to always go further into a subconscious, softer reality. Dreaming probably, but dreaming further, more intensely, and to become, in your body and mind, the very material dreams are made of. You are going deeper into a trance. It's definitely not a theory. It's a lot more than a method. What you sometimes hear about sleep, the mystery, why can you not tell that you are sleeping? When you can sense the end, when everything is fading away, when the mind opens up of thousands of crazy thoughts and images, slowly your mind is sailing towards your subconscious mind, and it's almost like already threads of dreams or threads of subconscious thoughts were sliding into us. We're discovering a completely different side to ourselves, a more creative, calm, and serene side. It's almost like learning to understand yourself, or rather like learning the language of your subconscious mind. As the dreams and sleep are settling in, it's almost like you're becoming your own book, and as you were reading your book, you are getting a better understanding of yourself. And as you are reading your own story, as if you were becoming your own hero in a literary construction, but more like a tale, a story of change, a comparison, or a metaphor perhaps. Why not a poem? The one about the man who changes as he is dreaming, and as he is dreaming he is changing more and more. In dreams, nothing is structured or permanent. Everything can become anything else. Everything can change. It's not unusual to become something else as you wake up, to find a solution or to feel different. And of course, not long after, we forget that we are different, and we carry on as if we'd always been the same. Although we learn every day, we build ourselves, although we are capable of the most intense happiness or the greatest calmness, but we simply forget it. We forget that we can recreate the secrets of our serenity and joy in ourselves. You are getting deeper into trance. And now I would like your subconscious mind to take you on a journey, but a totally different journey from what you have experienced before. I would like your subconscious mind to blow the wind, and I would like the wind to blow into the sails of your ship. You are on your ship. Maybe a beautiful big sailing ship, maybe just a canoe or yacht, maybe a ship or an old boat. It does not matter. We are on imaginary and subconscious territory. Each person has a different level of subjectivity and so different experience with hypnosis. You are on your boat. The pictures, the sounds, the feelings are becoming more accurate, and you are sailing peacefully towards an island not far from the coast. You are feeling safe. The wind is blowing quietly. The boat is breaking the waves and is getting closer to the island on which you are going to spend the next few days. You will be a bit like voluntarily shipwrecked, because the aim of the journey is to find yourself again, to find your serenity, your joy, and your sleep again. The pictures, the sounds, the feelings are becoming more accurate at your own pace. Maybe you can hear a seagull or an albatross getting closer. This desert island, where you're going to spend some times like Robinson Crusoe, but without dangers, because your boat will be moored, because the continent and the coast are not very far. You are simply going to spend some quality time alone, accompanied by my voice, to literally find yourself again. And as you're watching the coast getting further and further, a soft but real feeling is settling inside you. The feeling that all the worries, all the negative thoughts remained on the continent. You can now live without worrying about tomorrow, without remembering yesterday or the past, which is sometimes too dark, freed from the chains of the past, but also from the chains of the future, because constant anticipation of the future, you end up chained to it just as much as you end up chained to the past. Your boat is breaking the waves, and a feeling of freedom and joy, of pure joy, starts settling in. You're discovering or rediscovering this ability that you have to enjoy things and to become one with everything that surrounds you. A sort of childlike joy maybe, but that you shouldn't have forgotten, that no one should ever forget, never. Your boat can now get to shore. Of course you have stored on your boat all the food, the necessities, the tools and home comfort that you will need. Maybe a tent, maybe a saw, maybe materials to build something, a shelter on this island. Everything that you need, everything that will make you feel safe during the time of this session on this island, like Robinson Crusoe, to find your true inner peace. Usually, when you get to a desert island, you have to explore the grounds first. But I would like to break the tradition. I would like to invite you to write on a bit of paper something that worries you. Then you're going to slide it down into a bottle and throw it in the sea. Surprisingly, the further away the bottle is getting, carried away by the currents, the lighter your heart seems to feel. There is something inside you that is being born again. Calmness, of course, but also a feeling of joy. The prospect of not being chained to your life and to allow yourself to live as you wish, at your own pace. Take your time. Take a leisurely stroll. Take the time to visit the island. Your subconscious mind created this island. It was created just for you, to allow you to discover yourself, to allow you to feel good, to feel good. Are there any hills or mountains? A jungle maybe, or rainforest? Cliffs? A sky blue sea or emerald green? Will you smell the smell of other countries, other places or other climates? Or maybe you will feel the touch of a refreshing drizzle running down your face. Each person is unique, and that's why your island is unique. Of course, each time you visit, you may be able to see some parts again, or the exact same one, but also be surprised by new findings. An animal that maybe you didn't see last time, maybe an encounter you are bound to bump into Friday on a desert island, or maybe something else, a landscape, a mystery place, a mood, an atmosphere, or maybe a dream. In the dream, for example, dreaming about something else, another country, another place, as your feet are touching the ground on this beautiful island. And as you are exploring the island, this feeling of freedom is developing even more within you. It feels so good not to have to worry about what others might think. It feels good to not have to work to survive for a little while, to lead a more secure life. It feels good not to put off happiness until tomorrow, and to realize that you can be really happy with only a few things, and that the key to happiness is first and foremost serenity. How can you be happy if your body and mind are not at peace? All these things that you have wanted, all these things you have been running after, it doesn't mean that you will never get them. But here, you can feel that it's becoming urgent to not wait any longer to feel good. As this virgin island, its landscape and its nature are giving you the impression that you are witnessing the birth of the world. You realize something absolutely essential for yourself, something that you can develop and grow when you go back to your life. It's good to feel what is essential in yourself. And really, this essential thing is urging you to send out, maybe the word is slightly overused, to send out love to people you like and who like you back. It's when you are far away from everything that you finally realize what's really important to you. It's almost like you are distancing yourself from your own life. The essential structure, the essential needs appear more clearly, and you feel so good, so free. You don't need much to start feeling happy, to experience curiosity and enthusiasm again, the willingness to discover, the willingness to move on, but also to take the time to feel good. This island reflects your subconscious mind, your needs. Now, if I may, I would like you to build something on this island, something that makes sense to you. Maybe you could build a shelter in the trees, if there are any, or put together a herd like a shepherd, building something completely different, a new boat, an object. You could become just like Robinson Crusoe, become a potter, a shepherd, a house builder, an architect. Here you can be whatever you want. There is no one here to judge you. You end up forgetting about the way you look, your age, your studies, your job, and you are starting to see what is really essential for you, your intelligence, your true wishes, your energy. So please, go ahead and build something. In this imaginary subconscious kingdom, nothing is too difficult. Everything is only a dream away. And it's not actually that far away. Images, sounds, feelings are becoming even more accurate. You are probably feeling proud, looking at what you have created and built. Remember, it's a personal victory. Naturally, you are proud. It feels so nice to look out at the coast, your life, and to realize that you don't have to put up with it, that you can go back and make the necessary changes. It feels so nice to realize that by rediscovering a form of inner peace here, you will also be able to develop your happiness, your serenity over there. It's no time to rest. Are you going to relax in a hammock, a bed that you have built? Lay down on the sand, float in the sea. It does not matter. Let the images, the sounds, the feelings come to you. Maybe you could even let your subconscious mind surprise you, and maybe you are starting to see the possibility to rest in the stillness. As you look out on the coast in the distance, on the other side, on the edge of consciousness, your body, laying in a different world, is already relaxed, half asleep. Your conscious mind is numb, in a soft, tranquil calmness. On this island, this subconscious kingdom, it's also time to rest. Your breathing is slowing down by itself. It's almost like your thoughts were coming and going with less structure, as if your subconscious mind was catching snippets of images and feelings here and there, without any connections apart from the common need to rest, to go into a deeper sleep. When you fall asleep in a dream, you are sleeping twice as much, and your body is resting twice as much, and you will feel twice as refreshed when you wake up tomorrow in the morning. A real hankering to live is starting to develop, so let yourself be carried away by the sweetness of this place, by the sweetness of the air, by the softness of my voice, by the regular whisper of the waves, of the wind. Let nature become your bedroom. Let it tuck you in and protect you, accompany you in a second sleep. It feels so good to relax, to notice this soft breathing becoming even more regular, and your thoughts sailing away to pastures new, to other shores, to other thoughts, to other dreams. There are times when we forget to listen, and we ask ourselves, have I been asleep already? It is most pleasant to notice it, because you then fall back asleep to the regular rhythm of a voice guiding you. In another time, an endless time with no beginning. This is called dreaming, the subconscious mind. And this different perception, this return to our inner self, our origins. It's obvious. I feel good. I'm asleep. Or am I falling asleep? I can feel the tiredness, the sweet tiredness, once we accept it, once it's spread through our entire body and makes your eyes itchy, makes your eyelids shut. You are going to be able to catch the sleep train so easily, and to recognize the specific feelings that tell you to go to bed, to go to sleep, to feel good, to have pleasant dreams. And this is right in the middle of your dream, in this subconscious perception, in this summary on this map. And the term is correct, maybe not specific, because in dreams your thoughts go left, right and center. We are different. You can become a different being, see yourself in a different light, tell a different story. Everything is organic and simple. You can sense the spontaneity of sleep, in the sweetness of calm. Perhaps the sun is going down too, almost like a mark of respect towards you, so that the night, the stars, the moon can cradle you in their beautiful silver light. As the whole world stands still in the darkness of the night, as if everything was slowing down, your breathing, your thoughts, your own feelings and that of others that you may have forgotten, even the meaning of the words, a mood, when my voice becomes music somewhere. The only aim for your subconscious mind is to prolong your dreams in your self-discovery in the darkness, feeling carried away, like you can get carried away by the sea, by water, feeling like you're drifting confidently far away on a canoe and still dreaming. In the contingency, and this ties, the correlation, the intuition, and sometimes the analogies you may make, long gone of course, it's time to sleep, to dream. It's not a fallout or an oversight. It's the path from yourself to yourself, from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. Just like that moment when you stop fighting, when you stop trying to find answers, when you forget to think, you forget to fight, and you sleep. You are sleeping an easy and spontaneous sleep, or at least an easier and more spontaneous sleep. Allow your body and mind to sleep. You can only feel the quiet calmness of this voice, the stillness in this body, the comfort of the bed, the rhythm of your breathing taken away, or rather carried away, far away towards the shores of subconscious dreams, towards this door opening up onto a different self. Sleep, tiredness, dreaming, you are letting go of your body and mind progressively with every word, with every sentence. And it's no longer important to follow every single thing. You can relax your hand, as if the wind and the darkness of a starry night were stroking your face softly. You are slipping towards sleep, more and more accurately from yourself to yourself. And this kind of feeling, this evolution, this impermanence perhaps, this hesitation in those thoughts that are stretching, in my voice, slowing down, in the silence of the night, in the silence of the thoughts, in the silent stillness of the body, in the continuity, but also in the alterations on the essential side of things. You are starting to feel again, and in tiredness you welcome the rest. In this evolution, in this endless continuation, in this continuation with no beginning, in this other time, in this rendering, in these words, in this rhythm, in this slowness, in what is yours and what is others, in what you omit and what you discover, in what you perceive and what you rule out, in an endless beginning and an end with no beginning, in this trend, sometimes in this revival, in this situation, in this understanding, in this calmness, also in this silence, the silence that keeps coming back You are going deeper, deeper into sleep, further towards the peaceful calm, towards the coast of the Sandman's land, or Morpheus, or Hypnos, towards the unknown, a sleep you can trust. You are sailing away, simply sailing away, carried by the tiredness, the calmness in my voice. In this constitution, or this recreation even, it has become necessary to name, form, or sometimes delineate. Here comes the game, dance, sometimes the memories, like a form of crystallization. Not that memories, but that of feelings, of emotions. In this fertile soil that is needed for joy to bloom, a seed has been planted, a dream is growing. Considering each person and their specificities, and this momentum, as if you were becoming yourself a bit more, as if the aim of the game was only to become yourself, to feel good and happy, or even be calm, sleeping, dreaming always, escaping on a journey. Your mind, carried away by the current of your imagination, the air current flying towards the land of your subconscious mind, a luminous world of dreams in the sweet darkness. In your subconscious mind's perception, there is a kind of withdrawal, soft and calm, to the sound of my voice, but also the sound of a silence. In your subconscious mind's perception, there is a kind of withdrawal, soft and calm, to the sound of my voice, but also the sound of silence, like the necessity, the obviousness. And as the voice becomes more muffled, you no longer wish to make an effort. You fall asleep, and the time stretching, this distracted perception, the distraction itself, still a daydream, but a softer daydream that re-establishes the time of the time to sleep, the time of joy, the time to dream, the time of the time. So now it is your subconscious mind that is talking to you. That's why my voice is going progressively quieter, to leave you in a complete sleep. It's dying down, seeking solace in silence, ready to accompany you for another night, another evening, towards the dawn of your sleep.